wearing this on a casual day out, she may already be turned off. You won't hear her say it, but she's silently judging the fit, the fabric, and yes, that crusty pair of sneakers you've been loyal to since 2012. Here's the deal. Women notice. The clothes you think are just comfy or no big deal, they're quietly sending a message, and it's not the one you want. She might still smile, but she's clocked the oversized cargo shorts, the backward cap, the gym tank in the grocery store, the neon graphic tee screaming, "I peaked in high school." You're not doing it on purpose. Most guys aren't, but that doesn't mean it's working. So if you've ever wondered why she ghosted after your "just threw this on" coffee date, this might be why. Let's fix it. Before you start thinking this is some fashion snob hit list, relax. This isn't about chasing trends or turning into a walking Pinterest board. It's about something much simpler. Effort. You don't need a six-pack, designer labels, or a closet full of expensive clothes. You just need to stop sabotaging yourself with clothes that send the wrong message. Because, like it or not, women notice. Not in a judgmental runway model way, but in a, does this guy actually care how he presents himself kind of way. The truth is, when a guy looks like he made zero effort, it doesn't read as confident or easygoing. It reads as lazy. And when a guy's outfit looks like it hasn't evolved since high school, that doesn't say "I'm chill." It says, "I peaked early." You're a grown man. Your clothes should reflect that, not perfection, just presence. Think of it this way. A clean, well-fitting tee and decent jeans beat a $200 outfit that screams, "I gave up." So no, this video isn't about dressing up. It's about stepping up, just a little. And once you stop making these 12 common mistakes, you'll see the difference instantly. Let's start with one of the most common offenders. 1. Graphic tees with childish slogans. Nothing kills attraction faster than a grown man wearing a shirt that says, "I paused my game for this," or "beer. Now cheaper than therapy." It's not that humor's the problem. It's what the humor says about you. These kinds of tees give off arrested development energy. It's the wardrobe equivalent of telling her you still live in your mom's basement, even if you don't. Here's what works better. A plain, well-fitted tee in a solid color, or a subtle graphic that shows personality without shouting. A band tee? Cool. A cartoon pun? Not so much. You're not trying to make her laugh with your shirt. You're trying to look like you've outgrown the clearance rack at Hot Topic. And speaking of things you should have left behind in your 20s. 2. Cargo shorts with oversized pockets. Yes, they're comfortable. Yes, they have pockets for everything. But unless you're actively leading a jungle expedition, those ballooning side pockets aren't doing you any favors. They distort your silhouette, make your legs look shorter, and scream, "I haven't updated my style since I played Call of Duty on Xbox 360. If you want utility and style, try tailored chino shorts. They still have pockets, but the clean lines make you look intentional, not outdated. Aim for above the knee, not halfway down your shin. A slimmer fit that doesn't hug but doesn't billow either. Comfort matters, but not at the cost of looking like a walking fanny pack. 3. Overly worn sneakers. There's a difference between broken in and beat to death. If your sneakers are collapsing at the heel, yellowing at the sole, or look like they've survived a flood, it's time to let them go. Women notice shoes more than you think. A pair of destroyed sneakers tells her you're not paying attention. And if you're not paying attention to your shoes, what else are you letting go? Upgrade to a fresh pair of white leather or neutral sneakers. Nothing flashy, just clean and minimal. Brands like Adidas Stan Smiths, New Balance 574s, or a pair of sleek Cole Haans can elevate a casual outfit without trying too hard. Because scuffed, stained, or saggy shoes don't whisper "laid back." They shout "neglect." 4. Muscle tanks. Outside the gym. Unless you're actively bench pressing or it's 100 degrees at the beach, leave the bro tanks where they belong. They're not as flattering as you think. Most muscle tanks hang awkwardly, gape at the sides, or exaggerate a look that says midlife crisis loading. And here's the truth. Most women aren't impressed by veins and shoulder cuts. They're turned off by trying too hard. A well-fitting short-sleeve tee will show off your physique just fine, without looking like you're auditioning for a protein powder commercial. So, unless you're lifting weights or mowing the lawn in solitude, ditch the sleeveless flex. 5. Flip-flops in public places. At the pool or beach? Sure. At a restaurant, mall, or basically anywhere with a roof? Absolutely not. Flip-flops are loud, sloppy, and worst of all, expose a part of your body that, let's be honest, most men don't groom nearly enough. Cracked heels and untrimmed toenails aren't winning you any silent admiration. Instead, slide into espadrilles, loafers, or clean canvas slip-ons. They're just as easy, but look like you gave some thought to your appearance. Flip-flops make it seem like you gave up before the day started. And if your rebuttal is, "But I live somewhere hot," even more reason to find lightweight footwear that doesn't sound like rubber paddles every time you walk. 6. Ill-fitting jeans. Baggy jeans make you look like you borrowed them from a friend 2 sizes bigger. Super skinny jeans look like you painted them on. Neither flatters your shape. Women aren't expecting a model fit. They just want you to look like you understand proportions. Jeans should skim your legs, not cling or sag. They should sit at your waist, not halfway down your hips like it's 2005 and you're waiting for your mixtape to drop. And avoid the overly distressed, stretchy, or shiny denim. You want classic. Dark indigo, charcoal, or medium rinse, straight or slim straight cut. Clean hems. No rhinestones on the back pockets, please. Your jeans should frame your body, not fight it. 7. Neon or overly loud colors. It's cool to add color to your wardrobe. It's not cool to dress like a highlighter. Neon green tank tops, electric orange polos, or fire truck red sneakers might grab attention, but it's not the kind you want. Most women appreciate style that's subtle and confident, not screaming, "Look at me," from across the parking lot. Loud colors often read as immature or insecure, like you're overcompensating. Stick with muted tones: olive, burgundy, navy, gray, sand, forest green. They still stand out, but in a way that says effortlessly sharp. Instead of rave DJ from 2011. Confidence is loudest when it's quiet. 8. Snapbacks worn backward. Yes, some guys can pull it off, but unless you're 19 or currently on a skateboard, the backward cap has an expiration date, and it usually ends around your mid-20s. It doesn't say cool or edgy. It says, "I still think it's 2007. If you're going to wear a hat, wear it with intention." A clean ball cap, worn forward, or a structured 5-panel cap can add to a casual look without dragging it back into high school territory. Avoid anything overly distressed, branded with beer logos, or faded beyond recognition. And no, turning it backwards doesn't make it stylish. It makes it look like you're avoiding bald spots, which, by the way, is nothing to be ashamed of. Own it. 9. Athletic socks with dress shoes. This one's more common than you'd think. It's laundry day, you're in a rush, and you throw on those white Nike socks with your brown leather loafers. Instant sabotage. Women notice these little things. White gym socks with formal or semi-formal shoes completely break the outfit. They clash, they bunch, and they send the message that you're not paying attention. Go for thin, dark, dress-appropriate socks. Navy, charcoal, dark brown. If you want to add texture, try subtle ribbed or herringbone patterns. Keep them mid-calf, not ankle length. Socks should support your outfit, not distract from it. The wrong socks say, "I didn't care enough to match." The right socks? Silent respect. 10. Hoodies with big logos. You're not a billboard, and if your hoodie says more about the brand than it does about you, it's probably not doing your look any favors. Oversized hoodies with huge text, athletic branding, or garish graphics make you look like you just rolled out of bed, and not in a good way. They bulk up your frame, swallow your shape, and read as low effort. You can still wear hoodies, just choose ones with structure. Go for solid colors, minimal details, and clean lines. A zip-up in olive or navy can even pair well with jeans and clean sneakers for a laid-back but put-together look. The idea isn't to ditch comfort, it's to upgrade it. 11. Shiny synthetic fabrics. There's nothing flattering about looking like you're wrapped in a space blanket. Cheap polyester shirts, nylon pants with a weird sheen, or overly shiny athletic wear all scream bargain bin. And that's not the message you want to send. These fabrics don't breathe. They cling in all the wrong places and they catch light like a disco ball. Instead, opt for natural or matte fabrics. Cotton, wool blends, hemp, and linen always look more expensive and feel better on the skin. They drape naturally, age well, and show you understand texture and quality. And remember, when in doubt, simple wins. 12. Outfits that scream, "I don't care." This isn't about one specific piece. It's about the overall vibe. The mismatched shoes, wrinkled tee, gym shorts outside the gym, stained ball cap and hoodie from a company you haven't worked at in 10 years. All of it adds up. And even if you don't care, she does, because what you wear says how much you respect your time, your health, and yes, your date. You don't have to dress like you're walking into a GQ shoot, but you should at least look like you made a decision, not like you rolled out of bed and grabbed whatever was closest. When you present yourself well, you send a signal. I value myself. I value this interaction, and that is infinitely more attractive than any designer label or expensive accessory. Here's the truth. You don't need to dress fancy to look attractive. You just need to look like you gave it some thought. That's it. The right outfit doesn't say, "Look at me." It says, "I respect myself, and I respect your attention." That kind of quiet confidence is magnetic. Think of your clothes the same way you think about brushing your teeth. You don't do it to impress anyone. You do it because it's basic self-care. Showing effort in how you dress isn't about vanity. It's about sending the right message without even speaking. Women aren't expecting perfection. They're just hoping you care enough not to look like you got dressed in the dark. So let's recap. If it looks like laundry day at a college dorm, or something your teenage nephew would wear, it's probably worth retiring. Here's the challenge. Take just 2 of these items out of rotation for a week. Swap them for something cleaner, sharper, or more grown man appropriate. Then watch what happens. People will treat you differently. You'll feel different. And if nothing else, at least you won't be the guy in cargo shorts getting silently judged by every woman in the room. Try it. You might be surprised how far a little effort goes. And if you're wondering what women do love to see, that's coming up in the next video. So, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and send this to a friend who still wears flip-flops to dinner. You've seen what not to wear. Next, let's talk about what actually works. You don't want to miss it.